Good day, I am Marilyn De Leon from BSHM 2201 and I'm here to share share my greatest decision I've ever made in my 20 years of existence. So the greatest decision for me that I've ever made is that I enrolled and studied at Batangas State University before the pandemic happens. Because at first, when I was just about to enter college, I'm picking between the two schools, which is the Batangas State University and the Lyceum of the Philippines, because when it comes to hospitality industry, for me the Lyceum of the Philippines is the best choice. But we are financially unstable that time and I don't have money to provide my tuition, so I picked Batangas State University. And I have no regrets in choosing Batangas State University because in my at my first year in college, the hospitality management are very on hand when it comes in practical activities like cooking, bed making, and fruit carving. And I've learned a lot from them. And I was very satisfied with the learnings and activities we did during the first year in college because we have a tour at Subic, Pampanga, and of course there are many knowledge I gained through the tour. And then on our second year in college, the time the pandemic happens, it was so hard for us to adjust because how we can adapt online system with this setup, how we are going to acquire more skills, how we are going to develop our skills in just online learnings, because our course is a skill based. So what are we going to do? And that time I'm thinking that the time the pandemic happens, my family stopped working. When the pandemic happens, we all stop working since it's lockdown. We don't have no one can go outside. So I'm also a working student that time at Jollibee. So I also stopped working. I also stopped because they need to remove workers because the sales went down. And also my mother also stopped working and we have no money to provide. So I am thinking, what if I choose Lyceum of the Philippines instead of Batangas State University? What will happen to me? What will happen to my studies? What will happen to my tuition? I don't have enough money to provide for my tuition and it's pandemic. So I was lucky enough to go to Batangas State University because first is we don't have any tuition. I won't think where will I get money just to provide my tuition. And that's the greatest decision that I've ever made in my life, because if I studied at Lyceum of the Philippines, maybe I stopped studying, I would not pursue college anymore. And I am beyond blessed because Batangas State University is really a big help to me in this time of pandemic. Before I made this decision, I first think carefully and also provide seek guidance from my mother, from my parents, what will university I will choose. And second is I clarify my goals. Also during that time I'm not just thinking the present. I'm also thinking what will happen to me in the future. So maybe if I studied Lyceum of the Philippines, I will get more opportunities. But if I studied Batangas State University, we don't have tuition and hard work space for me. So I chose Batangas State University. Next thing is I gather information to the people who studied at Batangas State University with the same course I will take. Ask for their I ask for their opinions and informations that will help me choose between the two universities. The fourth is I develop options that it's between the two universities, which is the Batangas State University and the Lyceum of the Philippines. One is I consider the consequences. So just like what I have said, maybe Lyceum of the Philippines is a best choice because there are many opportunities when I graduate, but also the Batangas State University is a good choice because it has no tuition, and based on what I have learned or I have heard from the hospitality management students in Batangas State University, it is the way you will adapt to their environment and how will you learn with all of your heart. And it's time to choose between the two universities, and I choose Batangas State University. Yes, I have no regrets taking Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management in Batangas State University because it's the school that will help you progress, and it's the passion in your heart that will make you successful in life. Thank you.